There's a lot of excitement here at the AIDS 2012 conference about new science, about new developments, new processes that might hold out the promise of a vaccine or a cure. But I think in as much as we want to celebrate and pursue those sorts of opportunities, at the same time we have to not lose sight of the software of the HIV response, the critical enablers, the community-based programming that enables communities to actually engage in the response and to deal with issues like stigma and discrimination that are obstacles to any delivery of that sort of scientific advance. So we will not win this struggle against HIV with pharmaceuticals alone. It has to be dealt with at the community level, at the level of attitudes, and at the level of empowerment of those communities most affected. And in that regard, the faith-based sector has a key responsibility and a key potential.
One of the things that the faith community has learned is that we work better when we work together, that the networking of relationships across all the different sectors of response are really critical to being effective in responding to this disease.
If we want to really turn the tide, everybody must be invited in the table. Everybody must be included, and we cannot exclude anyone.
Although some of us are working together, not all of us are working together, and that is the biggest problem. Because some communities still have this notion that it's not affecting us. It's always out there, it's in your religion, not in my religion. So we really need to, pull our strength and really work together 100%.
The community still needs to learn that having the right language of reducing the stigma and the shame and multiplying the safe practices and access to treatment and testing and empowerment is the first step.
In the African American community, the AIDS epidemic today is teaching us how common we are, the commonalities between African Americans and Africans. Today in Raleigh-Durham, the rate of HIV/AIDS among black women in Raleigh-Durham, North Carolina is now higher than the rate of HIV/AIDS in the Republic of the Congo. The commonality among black women, men who have sex with men, the phobias around that, youth, that we have so many commonalities, but that one commonality that's central is the role of faith. That black people worldwide, faith is central to how they address everything in their lives.
Communities have realized that they have to really help much more than what they have been doing, especially where there's this health issue where we have issues of stigma, discrimination. It cannot be done solely by few people, the health professionals or politicians, but they, with their role that impact they could have, they have to play a bigger role in helping their own community.
So often we're quick to jump to kind of judgmental positions about how HIV is transmitted. And we forget that we really need to ground ourselves in the value that as a child of God, every person is endowed with worth and dignity that human judgment cannot set aside. And we always need to be engaged in our response to HIV or any other kind of issue that we're working with from the values of worth and dignity.